Right. Today we are focusing on the 2016 Volkswagen Polo Highline 1.2 liter engine's infotainment system. Oh, sorry about that. Just turned the infotainment system on, and the last song that I left it playing in this morning just started blasting on the speakers. Right. It's a very simple and well organized infotainment system. On the left side, it has buttons which come very much handy when you're driving down the road because it takes you strictly where you're supposed to go and whatever you're looking for. Instead of having to touch on the main screen itself, which is a bit fiddly and can be tricky when you're riding on bumpy roads, and it can take away your concentration when you're driving fast on the road. The best thing to do is to have shortcut buttons on the left and right side of the infotainment system itself. So on the left side of the infotainment system itself, you have radio on top, which will take you to your FM or AM mode if you want to take it in that way. Media will take you straight to the songs that you're playing, depending on whether you're playing your song via USB or via your cell phone Bluetooth connectivity. So that will instantly take you there. And the phone button will take you to your cell phone dial, meaning your cell phone call log. That's exactly where it's going to take you. And mute works more like a pause button, because when you press mute, the song stops playing. Not only does it stops the song from stops the sound from coming, it also stops the song from playing. So it works more like a pause button, which is a good feature actually. Instead of muting your favorite song to give attention, let's say a person is trying to talk to you on your car when you're driving, or you're answering your cell phone, or someone is answering the cell phone inside the car, and you hit the mute button. The minute you hit the mute button, you find that your favorite song has passed, and you have to press preview so that the previous song starts playing again. It can be a bit annoying, but I find this amusing that you can simply press the mute button and the song start playing from wherever it has stopped. Another feature that I love about this infotainment system is that it senses your hand when it's coming from the screen. You can see right now that it can show next, pause, and previous, and then media connection and Bluetooth connectivity and setting on the right side. But if I take my hand closer like this, it produces and enlarge all those sections where I'm supposed to touch. So it makes it easier for my hand to touch next or pause, previous or selection, or I can go to source. So if you want to connect your infotainment system to a Bluetooth, you go and press source, then you go straight to your Bluetooth connectivity, which is that one. But it can't right now because the ignition is off. It says Bluetooth function, please switch on your ignition. We have to turn on the engine for that one to actually work. But if you can see, if you press on source, it will give you USB or auxiliary input. The auxiliary input is down there on this section right here. That's where you put your auxiliary input, but it's not necessary for you to put your auxiliary input these days because this Bluetooth makes it easier, and you can access your calls each and every single time you are driving down the line. The drawback on the 2016 Volkswagen Polo is that there is no space to put your cell phone. There's no space to put your cell phone at all, and Volkswagen has placed only one USB port, which is the one that I've placed my USB there, and I had to buy this aftermarket USB port so that I can put it there, use it to charge my phone when I'm traveling around. There's space that is deep underneath after that, but putting your cell phone, it means your cell phone has to stick outwards when you're putting it there. And if you're using a Samsung Galaxy A70 like mine, it disturbs the USB itself when it comes protruding like that. So I think that's a problem that actually you can find if you are owning this type of cars. But the 2018 one is nice because it has flat space after that one, and then there are two cup holders here. They're not that deep, but they are deep enough. They are good in holding stuff actually if you're traveling down the road. This has a DSG automatic transmission auto box. The problem with this transmission is that when you're driving in very low speed, it tends to be jerky because it's a dual clutch transmission gearbox. it always pre-selects the next gear. So if it revs up to 2000 RPM, it short shifts. So it gives you that jerky feeling of going left and then forward, left and forward. Because when you're driving on low speed, it doesn't like to be driven in low speed. That's actually how I can describe it. It doesn't like to be driven in, it always wants to shift forward. So when you're driving on low speed, it tends to be jerky because it shifts to second gear and then the first gear, second gear and then the first gear. And sometimes you can find the rev count going high and low, high and low, high and low, try to keep up when you're driving in stop-start traffic. So that's what I think might be the disadvantage of driving this DSG transmission. And you can also experience this when you are reversing uphill. That's where the problem can be. However, it's a very good transmission. That's the only problem that I actually experienced with this transmission. Besides that, it's a very good transmission. It short shifts, it shifts smoothly. You can barely feel the car shifting on the second gear. It has 7 gears, and because of that, it manages to keep the car on low revs. That saves you fuel when you're traveling on highway. I found this car to be very, very fuel efficient, and it's a great car because of that. And that's the reason why I've chosen to drive on an automatic DSG transmission. It's a very good auto box only when you take care of it. Well, when it comes to the steering wheel, it's very nice and well arranged. I don't know if you can see it clearly. I will try to move my seat backwards so that I can have the time to film the whole thing. Now, on the left side, these are volume buttons. Okay, this is the plus volume button, that's the minus volume button. This is the cruise control setting. If you want the car to drive on the previous speed of the previous cruise control that you're driving, you press reset. If you want to set it in a new speed, you will press set. You will press set right there. That's cruise control, and this is cruise control off or on. It's either you press it on or you cancel it down there. So that's how it is. And you increase your cruise control speed using these buttons, or you can decrease it using that button right there. It's very much handy when you're driving on highway, because when you're driving an automatic car, usually the right foot works more than the left foot, because the left foot is just resting there and doing nothing. That's how it is. And then on the right side, that's your call answering button, and this is your voice control, where you can speak to the car and try to tell it what you want, but it has specific commands that you can actually read out on the car. It's written on the car's manual. I was very much lazy to read that thing. And this is your next or preview button. This is used to scroll up and down in your call log if you are actually moving or scrolling through your car log in the main center cockpit right there. And then this one is the button that helps you move or scroll through your menu. For example, if you want to access your car log, if you want to see the Bluetooth connectivity, or you want to see the car itself or the main history. That's how it is on the 2018 Volkswagen Polo 1.2 liter 4-cylinder Highline. It has 81 kilowatts of power down the engine. It even comes with an armrest, which is pretty nice. Actually, it's not that big or deep, but you can use it to put your wallet and your change. Look at it there, my keys. That's how it is. And then there's a little space there, but it's not that much deep. It's shallow because it gets in the way of the handbrake right there. Beside that, this is a great car. I will see you later. We'll talk later when I start reviewing the car from the exterior, to show you the features of the car on the outside and how it's like to sit on the passenger back seat. It's not that great. If you are a person who will be carrying a lot of tall people, this is not a great car. Leg room back there, not that great. But I'm actually happy because Volkswagen has improved the leg room and the headroom in their recent Volkswagen Polo. However, I wanted this one. because I bought the car for myself, not for the people who's going to be staying at the back. So that's how it is. Anyway, ciao. A subscription will be great for the channel. By the way, my name is Edwin, and I am your greatest car reviewer of all time. Do me a favor and subscribe to the channel and hit your notification button so that each and every single time I put in a new video, you get notified.